Hello, friends. It is time. It is time for our live. I just had a brain fart. I was like, did I schedule for 7:30 or 8? I couldn't remember. But then StreamYard tells me it's go time, scheduled right now. I'm like, okay, we'll go. Hello. How was everybody's Saturday? Oh, you know what? I need to shut my door. I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Hello. I am burning a woodwick candle. My window is open. Well, the blinds are down, but you might hear cars going past because it's just so nice outside. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. I think I do that every time I film a video. I sneeze and I have to edit it out every time. I should make a blooper reel of me sneezing. It's ridiculous how often I sneeze every time I film. Let me move this over. There we go. How is everybody's Saturday? I got to tell you, I had a super productive day today. And then I just realized the video that I made for my patrons about our book club book, which is tomorrow, our book club chat. And I made a spoilery vlog and I got it all done this morning and then forgot to upload it all day. So that's something I'm going to be working on one of our sprints, getting that up for them. I feel so bad. How is everybody? What are you doing? Oh no, Sue. I'm glad you're here, but I'm sorry that you can't sleep. Sarah, what did you do with your daughter today? Thank you, Donna, for the blessings. I'll take them. Oh, and what is everybody going to be working on or reading tonight as well? Let me know. Yeah, Sarah, it's a bummer because I've had it done. I finished editing it last night, and then I finished uploading it this morning, and then I just never put it into YouTube. So, oh, sorry, Christy. Yeah, glad you got it, but went to breakfast and 2 bookstores. Oh, what a lovely day. Can you be my mom? Just kidding. I love my mom. Yay, Amy and I are going to be reading the same thing tonight. This will be my last book for series September, I think. Although I don't have an audiobook going right now, so I may pick one more series audiobook, but I'm going to be reading Everblaze. I'm like 4 pages in, or 10. What page am I on? 4! I'm on page 4. Yeah, I'm literally at the beginning of this book. So I'm reading this with Amy Bowman. We've read the first 2 together. This is book 3. Very excited to continue that middle grade series. Let's see. Oh, Brittany, you can totally finish Curse So Dark and Lonely. 113 pages. We'll get you some good sprints in tonight. You can get that done. You're reading a NetGalley book. Good job. Good job. She's gone. Oh, my word, Rebecca. Have the tissues ready. That one is a doozy. I feel like it's so good for fall. Are you reading the one with all the illustrations? It's such a good book as we enter the fall. Nice. Organizing your book cart. Love it. I skipped book of the month, but I want to hear what more people think about this book because this was the only one that I was like, maybe, but I don't know. I skipped this month, September. Let's see. Creating a meal plan for next week. Nice. Getting a head start on November's book club book. Donna, that's awesome. I love it. Yay, finishing a series with Being Clem. That's a good idea. I could squeeze that in this month. Where is it? Oh, it's probably out on my series shelf. I have that one too to finish. That would be a good one to knock out. It's still a very good story. It's still a good story. A Robin Hobby. A Robin Hobby book. Gotta love autocorrect. Yay. Ship of Destiny. Is that the first one? Ship of Magic, I think, is the first one. I need to start that series, but I'm trying to finish up some other ones first. Yeah, Rebecca, when I went to see the movie of A Monster Calls, I quite literally brought a box of tissues with me. Because as much as I cry at books, I cry way more in the movies. So I brought the tissues with me, a whole box, and I used a ton of them. Aw, I appreciate your support. Have fun doing your social things. Thanks for popping in to say hello. I love it. Christy, I'm so impressed by your dedication to learn Russian. I love it. You're very systematic and thorough in your learning from what it seems like to me. I love it. So fun. Did I say I love it 4 times? Because I do. Cute. Nixie Nest cooking star. Cute. That sounds like a cute one. I just cooked. I filmed a video for my other channel today, my check-in, but I did a cook with me, and I made spaghetti squash lasagna. Yum. And it was delicious. Of course, I added cheesy Texas toast to go with it, which is not really healthy. And I did not include that in the video. But I made it for me and my brother. And so garlic bread was a necessity. Since there was no actual pasta in the pasta, it was just spaghetti squash. I feel like 1 or 2 pieces of bread was okay. It was really good. The recipe did not call for Italian sausage, but I added it because yum. And I added spinach and onion to the sauce, all mixed in together. Yum. It was really good. And now I have food for lunches for the next few days. And so does Jordan when he's working, because he doesn't get a long lunch. So something quick that you can just warm up is perfection. What is the word for Buzzwordathon in October, for those of you doing it? I just see people talking about Buzzwordathon. I forget what the October, I'm not really doing it, so, but I like to know what the word is because I like to see if I've got books that will fit. Sarah, thank you for asking. Jordan is doing well-ish, like still in pain, still waiting for his foot to heal, but was able to take a shower with some finagling of like half in, half out, because he can't get it wet at all where it's bandaged up on his foot. So he stood 1 leg in, 1 leg out and turned the shower head, and he's been sponge bathing it. So it was nice for him to be able to take a shower, and he's slowly starting to wean himself from his heavy narcotics that he's on, and seeing how it's going. So as it's healing, he's taking less and less meds. So that's improvement. That's good. We're moving in the right direction. Okay, but Christy, I don't like squash either. Like, I do not like butternut squash at all. I don't like most things pumpkin. Some things pumpkin I do. And I'm trying to like zucchini, but if it's overcooked and mushy at all, it's disgusting to me. So I am not a squash person. Spaghetti squash is different because you cook it like spaghetti. Well, I mean, you cook it and then you use it in dishes as if it were spaghetti. So I don't think of it as a vegetable. It's like making cauliflower rice in a stir fry, or I make Jordan makes them stuffed peppers and uses cauliflower rice instead of rice completely. And it's so good because it's not like I'm eating squash. It's like I'm having spaghetti lasagna, but with spaghetti squash. Try it. I would challenge you to try it. It's so good. Yeah, I'm not a big squash person in general. Let's see. I love you guys sounds healthy and delightful. I mean, it ideally is healthy, right? But then you add lots of ricotta and lots of cheese in general, lots of cheese. But it's okay. It's good. It's real good. I love it. Yeah, and then I added extra spinach, more veggies. See? Yes. I get the small ones too, Donna, and then I make a big dish with it, so then I can freeze some of it or share it with my brother. He'll eat it if it's cooked up that way. Yeah, I forget what I was just going to say about it. Spaghetti squash. I get the small ones. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I am not a naturally I'm not naturally drawn to veggies in general. So any way that I can work them in is helpful. No, no, Sarah, I do not like eggplant. It's too mushy and gross, and I'm a texture, like the texture of it, I cannot do. Ugh, ugh. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that is a good idea, but I'm not a seed person either. So I don't like pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds or any kind of seeds, really. I have to, but I Christy, you just read that book about French eating and how they can, the idea is to continually give your kids the same foods over and over, and eventually they'll learn to like things. And I did that to myself with vegetables because when I was growing up, I mean, we didn't really have a choice. We had to eat whatever was in front of us, some of it. My mom didn't make 14 meals for all of us, but I would say that I only liked corn and lettuce and raw carrots. Those are like the only vegetables I said I liked before I went to college. So in college, I started making myself eat the celery that came with buffalo wings. And I started with that. And then I made myself start to eat salads every day. And I would add cucumbers and broccoli, raw broccoli, and other vegetables to my salads. And I would just keep eating them until I liked them. And now I have a lot of vegetables that I like. But I'm still working on some, like green peppers, ew. Green beans, ew. Peas, ew. Like basically the green ones. I don't like the green ones. I do like sweet potato, and it is very good for you. I don't like mushrooms. Squash puppies made with yellow squash. Ooh, I don't know about that. I have tried an acorn squash recipe for the fall with sausage and apple. You like scoop it out and cook it and then add it all back into the squash. Oh my goodness. I don't love celery either, but I'll eat it if it's with buffalo wings. That's funny. I love it. Veggie talk. It worked for me. It's true. I actually want to know, can you tell me what the title of that book was again? Because I was talking with my nanny family about it. I was like, I have this friend who read this book about French kids eating. Because her kid is like, they do that with him already. She puts like a scoop of yogurt on his plate every morning at breakfast. And I'm like, I've never seen him touch that yogurt. Sometimes he'll dip his waffle in it or something, but yeah, she just keeps giving it to him. I'm like, just keep doing it. And now we got to try to actually get him to eat it. With big acorn squash with butter and sugar in the middle. Oh man. Hey, Kelly. With apples and brown sugar or maple syrup. Oh my goodness. I only have ever had it with this recipe that has apples and sausage, and it was so good. But I'm not a big squash person. French kids eat everything. Okay, see, I brought a notebook today just for this purpose. French kids eat everything. I love Greek yogurt too. And they do sprinkle cinnamon on these yogurt. It would have to be at a restaurant. What was that? Oh, Amy, what was that you were going to try at a restaurant? Well, sprouts. Mushrooms to me is like fungus. I know that's what it is, and they're slimy. I can't do slimy. I wouldn't eat pudding for a long time because of the texture of it. Now I like it, and yogurt because it had live active cultures. And I was like, I'm not eating live active cultures. Now I know how good that is for you. Oh man, too funny. I love it. Okay, we're going to get started in a few minutes at 50. And we'll do a 15-minute. I like to start with a short one. And then we'll come back. Let me make a thing. So we'll start with a short sprint, 15 minutes. I like always do 15 minutes. That's what I did all day today. Got a lot of stuff done. 05. show. Okay. Just so I remember. I did paint my nails today, but I don't love the color. I feel like it's too close to my skin tone. I feel like if I were lighter, paler, or darker, it would be nice. But that was one of the things I got done today. No fermentation. I don't like pickles. I don't like vinegar. No fermenting for me. Let's see. We try new things 8 different times. Our taste buds change. That is so true. Cooking or prepping snacks help them explore. I love that. Hi, Amy. That's great. Very cool. Yeah, pudding is a little bit slimier than yogurt or Jello. I still don't love it that much either, but if you make it more like a mousse, I'm okay with it. But I'll still eat it, but it's not my go-to. No pickles. Yeah, no. No pickles whatsoever. You're awkward. That's the best. It's true. It's true though. Oh my word, Sue. Too funny. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love that we just had a big old conversation about veggies. What even started that? Oh, because I made spaghetti squash lasagna. That's what started it. I can't wait to hear. So in my video that's going to go up soon, hopefully tomorrow, on my other channel, I ask people for other recipes using sneaky vegetables. So we'll see what they say. With enough fruit and nuts sprinkled in. Yeah, that's how I used to like it too. Now I'm better about just eating it. Just plain. I like it with granola though. That's the best. I'm not a nut. I don't like nuts either. Oh my goodness. Really? Lois, that's interesting. I think a shorter list would be what you do like. I like a lot of things. That's so funny. It's true. Jenny, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you've been looking forward to it. That's so funny. Yeah, Brussels sprouts I can't do either. Oh my goodness. Nice. You made a skillet taco dish with tons of hidden veggies, carrots, peppers, and kale. My kids didn't even notice it. Nice job, Mama. Well done. Oh my goodness. In the desserts. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about veggies in desserts. Like my friend made black bean brownies, and I was not convinced by them. Or putting okra in a lot of things, but okra gets so slimy. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it's time. Time to do a sprint. You're going to see my face, but I'm going to go work on that video on another screen for a minute, and then I'll read my book. But happy reading or working. I'll see you back here in 15. All right. That went by so fast for me. I got my video done. I think it was mostly done anyway. Welcome back, everybody. Good night, Sue. I hope you're able to fall asleep now. Amy, I think you asked what I'm reading. I'm reading a middle grade Keeper of Velocities, Everblaze. It's book 3 and probably my last book for series September. Yeah, that's why I keep the first one short, Kelly, because I feel like it comes quick, gets us starting to be in the groove. I also today worked on my abridged version of Les Mis. Was hoping to finish this by the end of the month, and I'm not sure I'll get there, but I did read this a bit today. But tonight I'm just going to focus on Everblaze. And it's starting off really good. It's the third in a series, so I can't tell you too much, but it's really good. It's a fun series, very fast-paced, which is a nice way to end out the month. It's only the 25th. I still have 5 days. I could read another one. I don't know. Ooh, how are you liking that, Lindsay? I was Anastasia. It took me a while to get into that because of the structure of how the book is written. It took me a little minute. It took me a long time, actually, to get into it. But once I was in it, it was fine. And I still don't know much about the story of Anastasia and the Romanovs. And so I just really wanted to believe that it was all possible in that book. That's all I'll say. It was good. Ooh, I have this one on my shelf, Amy. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. That's good to know. You're through chapter 3? Yeah, you're way ahead of me, I think. What chapter am I on? I don't even know. Oh, I'm in chapter 2. Just started chapter 2. So not too far behind you, Amy. Giver of Stars is so good. Amy S and Amy B. We got an Amy B and an Amy H. 3 Amy's here today. Hello, all of my Amy's friends. I love you guys. Starry River of the Sky. Is that a sequel to Where the Mountain Meets the Moon? Or is it connected in any way? Are they part of a trilogy? Because I think there are 3 that she's written, and I always wonder, I never really looked up if they're connected or not. I'm curious to know. Ooh, Kelly, that's good to know. Everblaze was your favorite. I mean, it's starting off with a bang. That's for sure. Yeah. I agree. That's how I felt about it too. I really loved it by the end. But at the beginning, I was like, what? I don't even know what's going on. It was very confusing. Enjoying Gargantus? I have never even heard of Gargantus. Yikes. Enjoy that book. It's probably one that I will never read. Okay, so what did you say, Kelly? They're companions. Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. Okay, but they don't show up as a series. Interesting. That's interesting, because maybe it wasn't written to be a series, but just in the same world? Are there some overlap in characters or something? I don't know. I really liked Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, though. Planning. Yeah, you all can have fun with your hauntings. Song of Achilles. Nice. Yeah, it really is. Amy, I got done with the prologue and I'm like, oh, the other night, that's all I could read. Well, once I finished the prologue, I'm like, oh my word, I need to finish up my other books so that I could get to this one. Oh, sad. I have such a hard time writing reviews. Me too. Oh, I could talk about a book, but why is it so much harder to write it all out? It's like triggering back to my English major days. But I was a senior English major taking all of my papers to the writing lab because it's there. Why not have somebody edit it for you and help you out? Yeah, I was not ever confident in my writing until it came to essay tests. I always preferred an essay test to any other kind of test because I'm like, I can BS my way around the information and show everything that I know. I loved essay tests, but not papers. Ugh, I hated papers. Yay, I love The Mark of the Lion. Is this your first time reading it, Sarah? Oh, it's so good. Oh, okay. Mailamander was a fun one. I forgot that there was more in that series. Good job, Christy. I have thought about reading this series because I am in the midst of 3 zillion series right now. Why not start another one? Because I've never watched the show, but I'm like, maybe I'll read the series first and kind of watch it as I go. I don't know. Darcy Coates, science fiction. Does that have anything to do with the movie? Wasn't there a movie that came out last year called Parasite? Yay, Lee. Aussie Lee is in the house. Yay. I'm glad you're here, Lee. Oh, who did I just see? Dream Daughter. I just saw someone. Kim. Is so good. I love it. Go to the source, Kelly. The website of Gracelyn, the author, says they're companions. Okay, good to know. So I don't have to add it to my series page. Did I add it to my series page? I did work on those of you who have been around for a while know that I lost my reading journal, this one. I found it today when I was cleaning. it was on my piano. I haven't been on the worship team at church in a long time, so I haven't used my keyboard, and it was becoming a cluttery place. And this was underneath a bunch of other stuff on my keyboard. Found it today, but I had already bought a new one, which is much more Krista, bright yellow, very fun. But today I started, well, I had already started like sketching out, but today I put color to my goals page. Maybe I'll talk about my goals today since I never did film a second semester. Semesters are 4 months, right? Like a trilogy. 3 parts of a year. Like it's not quarter. What do you call it when you break a year up into 3 parts? Semesters, right? I don't know. Anyways, maybe I'll talk about goals tonight. But I updated the colors on my goals. I started working on my updated series page. I was smart this time and I left room on the back for more, and I'm keeping this page blank for more because I'm ridiculous. I did this Read Your Bookshelf challenge, which is Chantel's. I have to fill in the books that I've already read for it, but I got it set up anyway. And then one of my goals is to read 10 Book of the Month books, and I've already read 10, and I have 2 extra. I've read 12 this year. So I feel like that's really good. 1 a month. Trimester? Okay, y'all are saying trimester. Yeah, semester would be 2, but semesters are like spring and fall. So then what do you do with the summer months? Summer school. Trimester, I guess, makes sense. I should just do quarterly check-ins next time. I just didn't want to do a half of the year, but I wasn't ready to do it after only 3 months. I don't know. So last time I talked about my goals was September, January, February, March, April. Was it April or May? I think at the beginning of May, I talked about my goals. And so then June, July, August, then September. It's still September. I can still film it and put it up at the beginning of the week for what I've done through August and just not include September books. I'm still going to do that. But you guys will get a sneak peek because we'll talk about it tonight. Well, I haven't finished like filling out. So I did the colors, but I haven't finished like updating what I've actually done. I've just written in what all the goals were. So I did 6 goals this year. So we'll see. I still need to add some pages to this. But I like having a new fresh journal. It's like exciting. This one, first of all, it's the most boring color. Why did I choose this color? Second of all, I started it, I don't know, in 2019, 18, and I was going to do the whole bullet journal thing. And so I tried a couple different weekly spreads, but I stuck with it for maybe 1 month. And then I did middle grade March, and I have a big thing from that. That's from our first year of middle grade March. So that would be like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I had a Buddy Reads page. Oh yeah, 2018, I did this TBR challenge where I chose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 different categories and 5 books from each category and that I wanted to read throughout the year. Yeah, that was interesting. The Great American Reads, what I've read and what I haven't read. That's actually a nice spread. I might transfer that. I don't really have a goal of reading all the Great American Reads books, but that's the year that it came out, and I wanted to see how many of them I've actually read. Oh, and I can highlight some more. I've read The Lord of the Rings now. I read Hatchet. I read 1984. Yeah, I can add a couple more now. So maybe I will transfer this page. I was going to keep track of all my books in here. Did not do that. Yeah, it's just, look at my horrible series page from 2019. Yeah. So I am going to not keep this one. Well, I'll keep it, but I'm having fun starting fresh with this one. And I have a few stickers that I can put on here that I might use to decorate it up a little bit. And now, today I cleaned my library. So now I have this basket, which is going to be the home of my book journals, as well as like this bag has all different kinds of pens and markers. This thing, which I was influenced by someone on Instagram, it has like pages of, but I need to update it with the ones I actually use. I'm still learning. I'm not a big journaler, but I like this for traveling purposes. And then another bin of markers and such. So now it all belongs in a basket. So hopefully the goal is, that basket is falling apart. The goal is to not to lose it again for like 4 months. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sorry, I've missed all those comments, but I will do a video about my goals. I film on Sundays after church because I'm usually dressed up and my hair's done and makeup and all that stuff. So I tend to film on Sundays. So tomorrow my plan is to film a September book haul, which, you guys, shocker, I think I only have like 6 books. Holy moly. Okay. I'm like, we've been talking, it's only been 15 minutes. We can talk for 5 more minutes and then we'll start another sprint at 25. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm planning on filming my October TBR and my September book haul. And then maybe I'll do a goals update. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Yeah. It's such a random like flower page. I don't know why I liked it, but it just worked for me. So I did that for book of the month. Yes, I will do a video, Daisy. It will hopefully come up at the end of, by the end of the month. What's tomorrow, the 26th? If I do that's going to be squeezing them in. I might just do 3 days in a row. My TBR and a goals check-in and my book haul. Sounds good to me. That means lots of editing in the next day or so. Yeah, there's so many different bookish journals out there. And I think Anne Bogle, just from Modern Mrs. Darcy and What Should I Read Next podcast, she just came out with another one that just got released recently. There's so many different. Thanks. You all saw it. Yeah, there's so many different book journals out there. I'm very impressed by some people, like determination and ability to continue, like just keep up with it. I just strictly use mine for different challenges and goals at this point. I don't use it on a daily or even weekly basis. So it's just kind of a fun place to keep all my goals all together. Well, as long as I don't lose the journal. Oh man. I've never heard of Silk and Sander. Nice. I'll have to look into that. I do love like a written planner and journal, book journal and stuff, but I just don't use them as much as I like to think that I will. I know myself better. I like to buy them and look at them. Okay. 25, we're going to start and we'll do a 20-minute one till 25 to 45. Get into our 20-minute ones. Date books that say, do what you love. Nice, Noreen. That's great. I think that's the company, right? Silk and Sander, I think, is the company that makes the journals. I don't know. I have 4 different ones in my cart. Yeah, I don't particularly want book journals that have a full page of review spots. Yeah, especially if you read more than 100. I think her book only has 100 in it as well. Anne's new one, Anne Bogle's new one. Do you guys use, I mean, some of you have said what you use. Do you track your books, your reading? Do you use Goodreads? Something, Storygraph is the newer one. I track everything on Goodreads. And then I also have a spreadsheet. And then I also have that book journal, but I don't track my reading in there, just my goals. I would love to hear about or do you just read and not track anything? Which I know people like that too, and that's totally fine. I did work today on my book spreadsheet as well. I've been working on it this week because I was in June, I think, at the beginning of the week, and now I just today updated August. So I'm now caught up except for September's books. Yeah, but what do you track in Google Docs? Do you just keep a list, Christy? Do you put a list with your rating or like the title and their rating? Like what do you put in your Google Docs? Curious. So Goodreads and a journal, Goodreads and a Bujo, Goodreads and notebooks. Oh, I don't know that I've found a title that's not on Goodreads. Interesting. I'm so bad about tracking on Instagram, like sharing what I'm reading. I think it's now, again, been almost a month since I posted. Yeah. I use Goodreads consistently. So it's super helpful when I go to update my spreadsheet. And I have a spreadsheet. Amy, do you have the spreadsheet from Currently Reading? I am a patron of the Currently Reading podcast, and one of the perks is this spreadsheet that one of the hosts put together, and it's chef's kiss. It's so good. It has way more information than I need to track, but it's really fun because it does all the Google Docs, or what's it called? Sheets, like Excel type of things. It does all the charts and graphs, and it was really fun last year to have all of those at the end of the year to look at. Goodreads. Goodreads and Storygraph. Yeah, I think Storygraph also has some of those. I just never, I did upload my stuff to Storygraph, but I was having a hard time navigating around it because I'm so used to Goodreads. Even though Goodreads isn't that great, I'm used to it and I make it work for me. Notes of your phone. You just list the books in order of preference. Interesting. I like that. Okay, Amazon Originals are not on Goodreads. Okay, cool. We'll keep talking about this because this is so interesting to me. I do read a million things. Okay. Time to sprint. Get those books out. Get your projects going. Do the dishes. Fold your laundry. Oh, what did you just say? Christy, you put the notes where you read. You usually script your videos in the same time. Nice. Okay. Happy reading, y'all. Okay. Okie doke. Oh, come on back. How did everybody's reading go? Oh, Jamie, sorry you had to leave a while ago. You're probably gone by now. I read up to... Oh, I'm almost done with chapter 4. I have one more page, 2 more pages. Like, till finish chapter 4. Hi, Amanda. Yay for painting. Hard to put it down, Amy. That's the best. That's the best. We'll do more sprints. Don't worry. You can pick it back up in a few minutes. Okay, so how did everybody do? 20% read of A Dead Djinn in Cairo. Yikes. Good job, Sherry, finishing that chapter. Amy, so close to the end. 12 pages down. Good. My sister called me. I just realized my phone is on silent. I have to let her know I'm on a live. 1 chapter left of Fellowship of the Ring. Yay! Hey, Amanda, what were you listening to? The Monster's second story. I need to figure out what audiobook to listen to next as well. Be done. Show me a sign. That's right. Chatting is fully approved activity. Real life relationships are great. Oh, man. I have to look at my series and see if there are any I can finish that I can find on audio. I could finish some of my duologies. I still haven't read Fly Away by Kristen Hanna. I have The Golden Road by Ella Montgomery. That's a duology. I don't know. I'd like to read a duology, or I'd like to read a series finisher. Oh, you know what I can look at? Look at my old journal. See if I'm close to finishing anything. No. Oh, I could read 500 Miles from You. That's the 3rd book in the Scottish Bookshop series by Jenny Colgan. That would be a fun, lighthearted one. I don't know. That sounds really good, Amanda. I love reading books that feature deaf or blind characters. What's backstitch? I don't know what that is. It's like cross stitch, sort of. I know you mean taco meat. This sounds real bad. Got my face meat simmering. Oh, Ginger. I knew it was taco meat, but that's really funny. Oh, man. A soup recipe, a sweet potato lentil. Nice. I make a sweet potato kale sausage soup. It's supposed to have cannellini beans, and when I make it just for myself, I do add the beans, but Jordan doesn't like any beans, so I usually leave them out if I make it for him to share. But that's a really good one. Yay! For blacking out your series September board. I have not updated mine. I need to take a look at it. I'm pretty sure this will be my most recently started series, and I think that's the last space that I have. So when I finish this, I think I will have blacked out my board as well. Cross stitch. It's the outline stitch after all the crosses are done. Oh, yeah. To hide. Yeah, I got you. Nice. I know, darn autocrat. Ah. I think it's probably pretty similar, only vegetarian because of the lentils or garbanzo beans instead of the sausage. It's delicious, the soup that I make, kale, sweet potato, sausage. That's it. And chicken broth. So good. I love it though. A lot of people have gone hardcore with Series September. It struck a chord because there are a lot of you like me that are in the middle of a lot of series. I only got that because I read all of the Shadow Children, Among the Hidden, Among the Brave, Among the Imposters, blah, blah, blah. That series, I read all of it last weekend. So that was 7 books in the same series. So I got it. Which two spaces do you have left, Kelly? And Tanya, because Tanya, you said you're going to have all but 2 as well. Which 2 do you have left? Yeah, same, Amy. I haven't updated my board in a while. I actually also want to update my Fall into Reading Challenge. I think I'm going to switch over to the big board. I was going to just do the small board, but I've got so many of those already filled in that I might just as well try the big one since there's still October and November left. 2 months left. I can tell you. Let me see if I can, on the next sprint, I'll try to find a link to it. It's super easy. I did a 5-day clean eating challenge at one point, and that was one of the recipes they gave us. So I just have it from that, but I can probably find one. Yay, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Start a series and 2 books in the same series. Yeah, I get that, because if you're trying to finish up series, you don't really want to start a new series, but that was like the easiest one. Actually, I filled that start a series space with Finley Donovan, which I didn't even know was the start of a series. So I didn't know I was filling in that, but I did. Oh no, which one? That's sad. A book from a duology. Oh, so these are the 2 you have left. A duology and finish. I had one of the books on audio, so there's a chance you can do it. You can do it. There's 5 days left. Which, did you say which one, Sarah? You're going to just watch the movie instead. Yeah, I need to, Kelly and Tia and Rainey and Angie. Are those the 4? I think those are the 4 ladies. I need to go find the big board on one of their Instagrams so that I can switch over. When does the next Finley Donovan book come out? I really loved that. A duology and started over a year ago. Most of the series I'm in the middle of, I started over a year ago. So that was an easy one for me. That's funny. I've never even heard of The Crooked House. I'm not up to date on all my Agatha Christie knowledge. Yay. I'm glad that you got some done. Oh, good. Donna, I'm glad that you're getting back to an old hobby. That's fun. I like that. Yeah. I don't think I'm an Agatha Christie person either. I have a bunch of her books, but I've really only read 2 or 3. Amy, you got Finley Donovan for our Christmas book swap on my Patreon, right? Like Christmas in July book swap. I'm pretty sure that's what you got for that. It's really cute. I mean, not cute. Cute is not the right word. It's fun though. February 1st. Nice. Oh, Judy. I just read book 9. How the Light Gets In. I stayed up on Thursday night. I finished it. I started it, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday, and I finished it on Thursday, and I stayed up until 1 in the morning because I couldn't stop. You get to the end of a mystery, and you're like, you got to know what's going to happen. It was so good, Judy. It was so good. It makes me want to read the next Gamache book as well, but I'm not going to right now. Really good. Yeah, Amy, it was so good. Oh, my goodness. I loved it. Interesting. I wonder if you like spread them out. Don't read them all. Like I know some people are reading one Agatha Christie every month. I think Berna and Naomi both. Naomi's Bookshelf and Berna's Bookish Adventures. I think both of them try to read Agatha Christie pretty consistently. I wonder if you spread it out more, if it would be like you wouldn't notice the formula as much of them. I don't know. I don't know. Was that your favorite? Amy, how far in Louise Penny's books are you? Are you caught up to current? Yeah, that was book 9, How the Light Gets In, and it was really good. I think that is my favorite. I did love The Beautiful Mystery, book 8, though, as well. Book 8 and 9 both are my favorites so far. So good. So good. What's 10? Is 10? I don't know. I have the series listed out. Oh, I can look in my old journal. I have that listed out. Which one do I have to do next? Long Way Home. Oh, yeah, so you're just on book 10, Judy. Nice. Yay. More like one a year. I did just get a big bind up of Hercule Poirot short stories. So I'm interested in reading those as well. I've never read. I'm not a big short story person in general, but maybe I'll like them. I don't know. Donna, yay for getting back to your own printed books. I have a whole bunch checked out from the library right now as well, though. In publishing order, there are a ton. That's a fantastic goal. I feel like that's like my Newbery goal. Like it's a lifetime goal. Don't put an end date on it. Like it just at some point, that's what you want to finish. That's a great goal. I love it. You're on Madness of Crowds, but like it's your favorite. Nice. I absolutely have listened to all of them. I've listened to the first 9. And I've listened to all of them on audiobook because I love Ralph Cosham. He's the narrator and he's so good. And I love hearing the French because French is something that I can't pronounce it. I can't say it. I have the hardest time even with Hercule Poirot. I have such a hard time pronouncing French words. And so I love hearing it. And yeah, the audiobook narrator, I know it changes at some point because he actually passes away. So I'm not sure how the second narrator does, and I'm not sure when that switches over. But up until now, the first 9 were narrated by Ralph Cosham, and he's spectacular. So, so good. Yeah, that's the most recent one, right? It's out. It has a beautiful cover. Oh, Sarah. Yeah, I don't know if you'll like them. And it's hard to say because like I liked book 1. Some people don't. And then books 2 and 3 were like, until I got to know the characters a little bit more, just try it on audio. Maybe Sarah, do you do audiobooks? I don't remember if you do audiobooks. Yeah, I just started, I want to say 3 years ago now. So I'm going real slow because I only just finished book 9. Yeah, I like mysteries on narrator on audio as well. They're good. You definitely have to read them in order. Like they build upon each other. So the mysteries in each one are separate in a way, but there's this overarching story that you need to read in order. Yeah. The first narrator did pass away. I don't know how the second one is though. Where at what point does it switch? What book does it switch to the new narrator? I'll be curious to know because I love Ralph. Oh, nice. Some newbies to Louise Penny. I just read book 9. This is why we were talking about it. And I loved it. How the Light Gets In. So good. Oh, here's another good like lifetime goal. Pulitzer Prize fiction winners. Pulitzer or Pulitzer? Pulitzer? Pulitzer. I don't know. Bueller? Do you guys have any other like big goals? Not yearly goals, reading goals, but like in your lifetime you would like to read blah blah blah. That's a good one. Someone else said Agatha Christie in publication order, and I'm gonna read through the Newberys. That's a good idea. Listen to them and then take a big break so that you forget and put the first narrator out of your head. Too funny. I love reading along with classics. That's when I read along and listen at the same time. Yeah, but Tanya, there's like 17 books. So you could start now and it would take a while, don't you think? Unless you binged it. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't ever binge except for this past weekend when I binged a middle grade series. I don't usually binge series. So you'd have a long time till you get to the current ones anyway. I can understand that. Count of Monte Cristo is no joke. Yay, it's a good goal. Go to Spotify reading playlist. Oh, that's a great idea. I don't listen to music while I read, so no, I don't have one. All the Tarzan books. Are there a lot of Tarzan books? Long Way Home, book 10. Oh no, that's my next one. Well, that's good. At least it's kind of fun because it's somebody that we know. My candle is a Eco Wicks, it's called. It's a wood wick, but it's not the brand wood wick. You can hear it. I don't know where the microphone is on my computer. Can you hear it? I don't want to tip it because that's hot wax, but yeah, it's called Eco Wicks, and it's a mulled apple cider scent. Perfect for fall. I just love listening to it. Carefully put it back there. Whoa. I love it. Fun. Oh, I did not. Did I listen to this one? I don't even remember, and I just finished it. No, I read it in print. I did not listen to that one. I wonder who the narrator is, though. Fun. Okay. Kim, the middle grade series that I just binged is The Shadow Children by Margaret Peterson Haddock. So it's like among the hidden, among the brave, among the imposters, among the free, and on and on. There are 7 of them. And I listened to the whole thing on my long car trip last weekend. It's really good. I know you just corrected it. I was like, what do you mean aholic? But now I get it. A candle aholic. Too funny. Okay, we need to get started. So we're gonna go from we're gonna make it fun for the people who have a hard time with wonky numbers. We're gonna go from 08 to 28. Because I like to do this once every time just because it makes me laugh. Oh man, I'm so glad that you loved The Exiles. Putting it on my TV cart, but I don't have an extra plug. I have an Echo Dot in my room and I love it. It's how I am able to sometimes not bring my phone in my room at night because I can use my Echo for my alarm. I can check the weather when I'm getting dressed to know how to know how to get dressed. I put music on when I'm getting ready in the morning sometimes. Yeah, I like to spread out the Gamache books too. Oh, Caroline Lee. Fun. That's good to know. I keep track of narrators because of my currently reading spreadsheet, but I don't pay attention to like ones that I love or not love. I don't make a difference. I don't mark it in any way. That's a good idea to look up what else Ralph Cosham has narrated because I do like his narration. Sorry, not sorry. That is the goal, the purpose of me being here. Okay. And then you went and got caught up. Oh, Amy. All right, we're gonna sprint right now. There's like a helicopter. What is that? It's a helicopter. Can you hear that out my window? Holy moly. It's really loud. That was a loud one. Okay. I'm still reading Keeper of the Lost Cities. Grab your books. We're gonna read for 20 or get stuff done for 20. And I'll see you back here in a minute. I'm gonna call my sister real quick first. All right, friends. Oh. Welcome back. How did your reading sprint go? I'm just behind you, Amy. I'm in the middle of chapter 7. So next sprint, I will listen to your Voxer after I finish chapter 7. So good. So good. It is a crackle candle, Julie. Judy. Why did I say Julie? Oh, yay, Heather. 35 pages to go. A couple more sprints and you'll be done. Love it. First Law. Noreen, good job. 10 pages. I talked to my sister for a few minutes. She's home alone tonight, so needed a little family connection. Good job, Sherry. Finished 1.5 chapters, Jen. Well done. Good. I like that. I haven't read a graphic novel in a really long time. Is anybody doing any readathons for October? I'm putting together my October TBR, and I don't think I'm doing Victober this year. I usually only read one book for Victober, but I don't have any that I want to read. I don't read a lot of spooky books, so I'm not really into the Halloween spooky ones. I may do Chantel's Hey Reader-a-thon because that's only 1 week. So I may do that one. But does anybody have any other readathons they know about or are participating in for October? Maybe I'll just do no readathons. I do like filling out my goals page kind of makes me want to work on completing more goals. So I might just do that. What is the sweater weather? Dewey's. There is a Dewey's one of the weekends. Heather, what's the sweater weather readathon? Who hosts that? Spookathon? Spoopsathon? I don't know what that is either. I never heard of it. Good job. Still working on those reviews, Terry. Well done. No readathons, just reading witchy books. Octonumi, yeah. Lindsay and Sarah are doing Octonumi read along. Trick or treat-a-thon. I mean, the book is always better, but I thought the movie was really well done in how it brought some of the illustrations to life and the tree. And it was heartbreaking, of course. Okay, Zoe Delaney, Abigail's Cup of Tea, and Liv's Library. That's the sweater weather. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to write it down. Is it a month long or a week long? I haven't decided. I mean, I do have Fall Into Reading Challenge. That's true. I am working on that. Maybe I'll focus on some of those prompts. I don't know. And then we have Nonfiction November, which I do try to read at least one nonfiction in November, but I also think I'm going to do NetGalley November and work on my NetGalley because one of my goals is to get my percentage up above 50%, and I'm at like 30 something right now. So it's possible. I just have to read a few more books. No worries, Stacy. I knew what you meant. Readathons and I don't really get along. That's a very legitimate reaction, and I know a lot of people who feel that way. The week before Halloween, so at the end of the month. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so November, I know Nonfiction November is a big one. that a lot of people do. And they usually have a couple words, 4 words maybe, that you can interpret however you want to for your nonfiction reading. I don't usually try to fit the words. Oh, yeah, and Amanda's doing the Historathon 2.5, 2.5 for a week in November. Nice. Yeah. Brittany, join me. Let's do NetGalley November. Kind of like a series September where I just like the catchy titles. Middle grade March. That's the best. But I would like to work on my NetGalley in November. So I think October I will just work on my goals. And then if I can fit some of those things into readathons, I will. But I don't know. You only have 3 waiting to be read. Nice. That's impressive. I think I have 22. That's kind of a lot. Might do Blackaweenathon because it's not just horror. They include mystery and thrillers by Black authors. That's cool. I like that. All right, awesome. Let's make it happen. NetGalley November. I'm not going to probably do a thing for it. We'll just hashtag NetGalley November. Excuse me. I am not at the point where I am reading what's currently coming out on my NetGalley. I'm not that organized. I'm still just trying to get closer to getting to that point. Oh man. Yeah. I haven't been doing a lot of readathons. I like the month-long ones because I feel like then I can read at my own pace and my own speed and have more room to mood read in the midst of reading for the readathon. I don't know. Emma, as in Jane Austen Emma? That's a good one. Fingersmith by Sarah Waters for Victober. Nice. NetGalley November. Good. Yeah. Kelly, who are the hosts for Blackaweenathon? Maybe share that in the comments so people can look that up if they're interested. That does sound like a good one. If you read I don't read a lot of that kind of book, but I like the focus on reading from Black authors. That's cool. Oh, Jess Owens. Okay. Thank you. I was really overbooked last year with NetGalley. Nice. I've been doing better. I think the main ones that I've been requesting are the ones that are my anticipated reads for the year. And then occasionally I go on there and request something else. But this year I've really been trying to focus on just requesting my anticipated reads because my percentage at the beginning of the year, I think, was maybe 16 or 17% of read books as opposed to what I had requested. And now it's in the 30s. So I've doubled it. I'm just making slow progress. Nice. Very cool. I missed this year. The first readathon I ever did was Booktubeathon. Booktubeathon, is that what it was called? Now they call it the Reading Rush, but I think they've stopped doing that. That was my first ever readathon. Middle grade March is obviously my favorite. And then that got me hooked on the month-long ones. So I do like a Victober or a nonfiction November, sequel September. Like I like the catchy titles, but I like Historathon because I love historical fiction. Yes, slow progress is still progress. Preach. Too funny. I love it. Last House on the Street. When is Diane Chamberlain's newest book coming out, Donna? Yeah, you do not have to read them in any order. Once you have gotten approved for them and you just download them to your Kindle and read them, I typically read the older ones mainly because I don't read on my Kindle. It's sitting right here. I have it in a cute cover and everything, and it's that bright yellow like color, but I very rarely read it. And so by reading older ones, I can usually request them from the library and read them in print or listen to an audiobook of them and then just do all my reviews and everything. But ideally, I would like to, in a perfect world, I should be trying to read the ones that are coming out that month as well as maybe one or two older ones, but I'm just not at that point right now. So I read the older ones because I can get them in print. Basically, that's why I do it that way. Oh, yeah, week always does get away from me. I agree. Oh, that's exciting. That'll be fun to pay attention to. I did not be a judge this year. I was not a judge this year because I tried it last year for 2 of the different rounds and I hated it. Way more literary books than what I normally read. And so I read a lot of awful books that I really didn't like because I was a judge. So I did not want to put myself through that again this year. So, okay. So the Diane Chamberlain one comes out in January. I'm making a note. Where did my pen just disappeared. Oh no, here's one. Here's another one. I'm making a note of it for my anticipated reads. Oops. In for next year. I can't talk and write at the same time. And also the new Finlay Donovan one. Someone said that comes out in February. Nice. This is the first year I paid attention to like what's coming out, and I loved it. Usually I'm still all about the backlist. I love older books, but it was fun this year to kind of have a little bit of an eye on books that are coming out soon. Amanda, I think this was your first year doing that as well, anticipated reads. It was kind of fun to look up stuff, and I always would watch other people's anticipated reads and be like, oh, I didn't even know about that one. Even this year, even when I was looking up stuff, there's always other ones that I just didn't know about. So it's still very fun. Yay. Glad you're here. No worries about being late. We're just chatting right now. We'll do another sprint in a few minutes. Oh, these are Donna. These are your mystery ones that you have on NetGalley. Reckless Girls and The End of Getting Lost. Nice. What do I have marked? I have historical fiction, middle grade, and maybe romance. No, I forget what my third, or general fiction, I think, are the categories that I marked as what I mostly read. So those are the ones I usually look at in NetGalley. Mrs. Pigglewiggle. Oh, fun. I love Mrs. Pigglewiggle. Yeah, I just made the thumbnail and announcement last night, so sorry. I was a little bit behind on sharing the information. The last 2 times I've done it on a Sunday night, but I'm babysitting tomorrow night, so I couldn't do it on Sunday. So I did it today because I was home all day long getting stuff done. It was a wonderful day. All right, let's do another. Good. This is a good question, Terry. I use NetGalley is a huge source for me, and I also look at anticipated lists on Goodreads, and I just Google like new releases November, new releases December, and I look up lists that way. And people have blog posts, and I just kind of look around at what other people are excited for. You can also go directly to publishers' pages or favorite authors, like their websites, to see what's coming out. Amanda, I think you also use Edelweiss, but I tried to navigate that site and now it's like, no, thank you. I was not interested in trying to figure all that out. We're going to do another sprint from 45 to 05. Bye, Amy. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, the new Amor Towles book is coming out next month. That's on my anticipated list. Romance, mystery, and women's fiction. Nice. Yeah, NetGalley is my main source of information, and also just Googling new releases and watching other people's. If people have done like a year long one, or like half a year one, like some people do I did mine quarterly this year and I liked doing it that way. And I will probably do it again next year because it was so much fun. All right, grab your books. Let's read again. I will probably mute at some point so that I can do my Voxer stuff because I'm buddy reading this book. So, oh, that would be awesome, Judy, if it's a book of the month. That would be cool. Okay. Happy reading. All right, friends. I finally finished a sprint, like right at the end of a chapter. Yay! How did everybody do? Because I have secret superpowers that can see through the screens to you guys. Just kidding. Good night, Rebecca. You're probably gone. Good night, Sarah. You're probably gone. I love that you're hanging out with your son, though, and watching Golden Girls. That's so precious. I love it. Oh, funny. 21 pages left. Oh, dark and disturbing are not buzzwords for me, unfortunately. Maybe not unfortunately, but yay! Good job finishing a book. I have never even looked at Animal Crossing. I have no idea. I know everybody plays it, or a lot of people play it, but never even like seen what it looks like. Well, let me take that banner off. How are you liking Transcendent Kingdom? That is on my shelves. I just haven't read it yet. I love it. Good job only requesting one. Terry, you finished up writing reviews. Amanda, you loved it? I didn't know that you read it. Is it going to be too slow for me? That's what I'm nervous about with that one. Amy, good job talking to your mom. I talked to my sister during the last one, so that's fine. But I also listened to your Voxer from chapters 1 to 7 and Voxed you back during that last sprint. So, oh, I'm glad that you're liking it so far. I mean, I've heard such good things about it. I don't know. I'm hesitant. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I guess we'll see. The Blade itself. Oops. The Blade itself. I've never heard of. I hope you're liking it. Oh, Noreen, I love that you named your dog Fenway. That's cute. Do you live in Boston now? I forget if we've had this conversation. We probably have. Okay, maybe someday. Maybe it was going to be one that I wanted to read this year, but because I just updated my goals and saw that I'm ahead of myself with Book of the Month books, I want to focus on some other goals. And so I'm probably not going to pick up too many more Book of the Month, although I am reading Sundown Motel in October. And that's Book of the Month. And I might read Home Before Dark too, because why not try to get a couple scary ones in? We'll see. Medium paced. I can do medium paced. Yes, I just finished chapter 8. Oh, that's right, Rhode Island. I feel like I knew that. But it's all like Boston, right? I lived in Foxborough, half an hour from Boston, but I just always told people I'm from the Boston area when I lived there. It's like me saying now I grew up in New York, and they're like, "Oh, how do you like the city?" I'm like, I lived a long ways away from the city. Lived like 6 hours away from the city when I was growing up. I mean, I've been there, but I'm not from New York City. Oh, bummer. I don't mind mass market paperbacks with fantasy, especially like the really big chunky fantasy. But because I feel like if they're not mass market paperbacks, they're so heavy and big. I would rather have it just be little and yeah, but the print is tiny. That's a bummer. How has it already been almost 3 hours? The time has flown by tonight. Holy moly. We will do I'm going to try to stop close to 10:30. So we'll at 10:15 we'll do one last 15-minute sprint up till 10:30 and then just kind of say our goodbyes and wrap it up and go. Holy moly. It went by fast today. I was going to have a question for you and I forgot what it was. Excuse me. Yeah, the yawning is happening. Oh, I did have another question. NetGalley arcs. I lost it. We lost a lot of people too. I don't know. End of the year. Do you guys have any like must read books that you really, really, really want to read by the end of the year? I've seen a couple people put out videos of books they want to read by the end of the year, and I'm not going to do any because I have a lot of books I want to read this year still. But It's not something that I think of like, I want to read this book by the end of the year. I want to finish my goals. So I do have a couple, but there's nothing that jumps out at me like, I have to read this year. Do you guys have any of those? Excuse me. Oh, let me do the. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel. 15 to 30. I want to start the Artemis Fowl series, but not until I finish some other ones. I only have book one of it anyway. Yay. You've made good progress though this monthly, so that's good. Yes. I agree. Read those books. They're good ones. Um, you want to read Oliver Twist. That's interesting. It's not what I would have expected from you, Amanda. That's funny. Oh, nice. Finish it. Do it. You can do it. This is interesting. Do you, so on your Goodreads currently reading shelf, do you have a ton of books on that shelf? You want to read the Overstory and Kafka on the Shore. Nice. I read the Crazy Rich Asians trilogy when I was 2 summers ago when I went to Turkey. That's one of the books that I brought with me was in that series. I liked book one, and then I did not like books 2 and 3 of that series. So I was not at all interested with his new book that came out. Like, eh. You are all about the random. I love that about you. Yay, The Book Thief is a good one. Good. That's a good goal. So do you then hope, do you just have a stack of books with bookmarks in them that are books that you've started? Like, do you keep them separate from the rest of the books on your shelf? The ones that once you've started it? I'm so curious about this now. I want to know. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I picked a book that I wanted to read by the end of the year, it would be a Pam Jenoff book because she's one of the authors I want to read this year, or Susan Meissner because one of my goals was to read all of my own Susan Meissner, and I've only read one. So that goal's probably not going to get done. The Aristotle and Dante books. Nice. Book Thief. Yeah, it's a good one. So many. Empire of the Vampire. Those are like huge books. You could do it though. There's still 3.5 months. Well, 3 months and a couple days. You just have them all over your house. Bookmarks or in the middle on your Kindle. Yeah. Get some of those knocked out, girl. Make that stack smaller. Yeah, that's one of my anticipated reads for this year. I did have it checked out from the library at one point, but I had to return it before it was due. Yeah. This is the problem with BookTube. I hear you. But is your TBR list, like you've added 600 books to your TBR list on Goodreads, or like your list of books you want to read or books you own? That's a question. But that's so true. Okay, get everybody. Last sprint. We'll make it a short one. 14 minutes because I've already kept talking through our start time. Last sprint, and then we'll wrap it up and say goodnight. Okay. Happy reading or cleaning or doing whatever you're doing. Hello, friends. Oh, this makes me really happy. Oh, you caught it right at the end. We're done. But you're always free to rewatch it. Excuse me, and read along. Oh my goodness. There's old ones on here. I had a Pam Jenoff one, the new one's nice. Oh, how exciting for you. I love Diane Chamberlain. I have a book called Wildwood, but I think the author is different. Maybe it's the same. Exiles. I mean, Keeper of the Lost City is really good. Exiles book 2. Oh, The Exiles is also very good. Sorry. Let me take that sprint one down. Just trying to get caught up on comments so that we can wrap it up. Oh man, you have 30 books on hold on Libby. What if they all come at the same time? You can delay them. No, that's true. You can like let someone else go first. Go finish your last 8 pages, Heather. Thanks for hanging out. We're all gonna kind of finish up. Oh, sorry, Veronica. Yeah, we're just about done. So tonight I read Keeper of the Lost Cities, Everblaze, and I'm on chapter 12 now, page 96, and I started on page 4. So I read 92 pages tonight. But it's middle grade and they're super fast to read. So it sounds like a lot, but it's still only a little tiny bit of the book. Look, this is a chunker. How many pages are in this one? It's acknowledgments. I don't want to see what happens. 609. Yikes. This is a big one. You read up to chapter 11. I'm a little bit faster. No, just kidding. You love the delay feature on Libby. I use it often because it seems like all the books. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you guys came and hung out with me again. We will be doing it again in 2 weeks. Let me see what the weekend of that is. So the 2nd, I might have to rearrange things. Let me see, October. So we should be meeting again. Oh no, it'll work out perfectly. So in October, it'll be the weekend of the 8th, 9th, 10th, somewhere in there. And then also the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, somewhere in there. So that works out perfectly. So there will be 2 live sprints and 3 vlogs for October. Woof, it's going to be a busy month. So I will see you next time. Kelly, I'm gonna be messaging you about joining me because you haven't joined me yet. You were here the whole time tonight. That's a long time to be here. You should join me. I have a whole list of people I want to connect with and have them join me. So next time we'll get some extra people in here. Thank you so much for hanging out. I love doing these sprints. I love chatting. We talked everything from NetGalley and bookish things to sneaky vegetables in your food. Oh, Pursuing God. The Pursuit of God by A.W. Tozer. Good question. I will answer that, Veronica. You can start anytime you want, but the first live for that will be on Sunday, October 10th in the afternoon at some point. I have another live. I have a Zoom on the 10th in the afternoon. Yeah, so the live sprints will either be Friday or Saturday, the 8th or 9th. 10th and the 17th, just 2 of them for that book because it's shorter than Mere Christianity was. So we're just going to do a sprint on the 10th. I mean, a live discussion on the 10th and on the 17th. So you can start reading it whenever you want to. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I really enjoy these. Happy reading. I hope that you wrap up your September with a 5-star book or 2. You guys are awesome. And I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to be filming 3 videos tomorrow, so I'll be talking to you in a video real soon. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.